What's up, guys? Welcome back to Man Cave Collectibles, coming at you today with another figure review. Today we're going to take a look at the newly released Gwen Stacy from the Stilt Build-A-Figure line based on Spider-Man Into the Spider-Verse movie. So this is a really cool figure. We actually kind of get two figures in one. We can see here, we get our Spider-Ham figure. I really needed a Gwen Stacy or a Spider-Gwen, as she's better known in the comic books, for my Spider-Man shelf. The older Spider-Gwen figure goes for a little bit of a premium on the secondary market. So being able to get one that I think is pretty cool looking for retail price was a must and a pretty easy decision for me. I was out toy hunting this past weekend and did come across her. If you've not checked out that video yet, go check that out. We check out a pretty cool toy store here in my area, as well as some Targets and Walmart, some different things to kind of see what was on the shelf. Stilt Build-A-Figure Wave is out there and available right now, so if you're looking for it, be sure to check at your local Targets and Walmarts. You may have an opportunity to come across it. Taking a look directly at the package here, we've got our standard Marvel Legend packaging for this, the nice window box here. We got Spider-Ham, we got Stiltman's torso area. She's got a couple extra hands, and a change out head, as well as her figure. So we can see pretty much everything very clearly and easily here in the window. We do have that Spider-Man Into the Spider-Verse logo in there. Got a little bit of promo art here on the side of Gwen Stacy, as well as on the back. You can see here the additional figures in the wave and what it takes to make Stiltman. So we've got a Miles Morales figure. We've got our Peter B. Parker, the Prowler, a Hand Ninja, and then Frogman. The Frogman's pretty cool. I may pick him up just because he's so odd. At first, I didn't think I liked him. I thought he was kind of goofy and like a D-list character. Maybe not even D-list. That may be giving him a little bit of a benefit there. But he's just kind of cool looking after I've seen a few of the reviews of him by other YouTubers. There's a little bit of a write-up here. Intelligent, quick-witted. Gwen has a sharp sense of humor and is a natural leader. Flipping on around, we got a little Spider-Ham art on the other side and back to the front. Let's go ahead and crack these guys out of this packaging and see what we got. Okay, guys, so we got our Gwen Stacy out of packaging and on our review table. As always, let's jump straight into the accessories that she come with, which we've already kind of seen in the window packaging, but we'll look at them anyways. We got Stiltman's torso here. You can see, basically from neck to upper thigh. In that, there is not any waist swivel. I don't know if is mine just, tight there, or is there really not any waist swivel? But he does have the ab crunch there, nothing really back. And then obviously, kind of your standard Marvel Legend thighs there, and they'll connect in there at the cut in the thigh. Got a ball peg there at his neck. It's just real nice, kind of shiny, glossy, silvery chrome color. Looks good. This is not a figure that I'm interested in building. Stiltman just doesn't have much meaning to me as far as from a collector standpoint, but I think it's a cool Build-A-Figure, and it's a tall Build-A-Figure. I like when they do different scale stuff, so you're really able to make this guy as tall as you want based on, I think it's maybe the Hand Ninja. You buy as many as you want and make him as tall as you want. Next up is kind of really the second star of the show here. We got our Spider-Ham figure, which is a really nice figure. It's really well sculpted. Got that big head. So he's not articulated from the neck down. So his neck is articulated. We're able to move it around, get the full 360 on it. That is the only articulation that he has on his body. But, for a guy like this, really the first rendition that we had of him was very lightly articulated as well. And this just looks phenomenal. I mean, they've got him pre-posed in a pretty cool little position that you would kind of assume Spider-Ham would be in. Let's see if we can get him to stand up. We'll stand him there beside Gwen Stacy so you can kind of see, where he fits in as far as scale. Really perfectly done. I think this was a fantastic addition to the Spider-Gwen figure. Next up, we've got her additional head. So it looks really, really nice. And I'm hoping, kind of my hope, I don't collect, movie figures, and this is technically kind of like a movie figure line. But I'm hoping that she looks cartoonish enough with this head on that she can kind of take the role of Gwen Stacy on my Spider-Man shelf until they either release another comic book version or I'm able to pick up the comic book version, you know, at a more of a close to retail cost, which may never happen. I don't know, but we'll see. So we'll see how she looks once I actually get her on the shelf. But I think the, you know, the eyes, everything just looks really good here. Got that bright pink there inside the hoodie. Looks really good. And then we've got two, you know, what we call thwipping hands, where Spider-Man or, you know, they are shooting web out of their wrist. So these look good. They're just all white, you know, plenty fine enough to give us that. And then on her body there, she comes, you know, out of factory with two fist hands. So pretty cool. So now let's take a look at Gwen Stacy up close. Looking at that face sculpt, they absolutely killed it. I mean, just phenomenal, phenomenally done. The face sculpt, the hair, they nailed, you know, kind of where she's got that buzz cut on the side and the hair kind of flopped back over. But I mean, look at the eyes and everything, just so well done and so well painted. Golly, Marvel Legends, Hasbro just really doing a good job lately with everything they do. So her hoodie, you know, that she, in this head, has up over the top of her head, they did make it to where there is an accessory here that's already on her, which we can take off once we put on the additional head. But just kind of showing that hoodie draped back on her shoulders. So you can kind of see, you know, that hoodie in there, that bright pink color, and then that bright pink running down the arms here on both sides. Looks really nice. Lines are nice and crisp. The whites are nice and white. And the blacks match up really well. You know, a lot of times we see when, you know, coming from a torso to the leg with Marvel Legends, we see kind of some discoloration or a different color black or different color blue, depending on the figure. They did a good job here of making sure that all matches up really well. Got our little writing and numbers on the back here. I hate when they do that. Why don't you put that here on the bottom of the foot, and we don't have to mess with it. Or we don't have to see it. These always remind me of ballet shoes. Maybe that's what they are. I'm not sure. You can comment below if you know if these are ballet shoes or not, but that's what they remind me of. But they look good. They're painted well. You know, stayed in the lines. I like that. Nice crisp paint job. And then on the back, you can see these lines are really well done. So that is our Spider-Gwen figure up close. Let's pop this head off. Go ahead and do that. And I want to pop on the additional head that she comes with. So we do want to remove the hoodie accessory that she comes with and pop on this head. So that's what we got there as far as the additional head sculpt. But it looks really nice. I think she's going to fit on my shelf perfectly fine. And even though she is a movie figure, she's done in a little bit of a different style, kind of that more cartoony movie style that they did for this movie. I don't think you're going to really be able to tell a big difference, or she's not going to stand out, being that everything else I have is kind of comic-based for the Spider-Man shelf. So looking at articulation here, we got the head. We can get the head down to there. Not much up because the hoodie kind of prevents that. Full 360 on the neck. We can get those shoulders all the way up. Plenty of motion there. We don't have a cut in the bicep. Single jointed elbows as we typically see with our female figures in the Marvel Legends line. Wrist pegs, back, forth, round and around. Really, really well done there. Got the kind of upper abdominal crunch there. So just a little bit, not much. Get a little more back than we do forward, but plenty of spin there. Nothing at the waist. We can get out to there on the splits. We do have that upper thigh cut right there. Double jointed knees, but they are, you can see that knee there. That knee, the plastic is actually stuck together on that knee. So I'll have to show you the articulation on this knee. We got a double jointed knee. But yeah, that one's not going anywhere. That's not going to move unless I break the leg off. That's interesting. I have never seen that on a Marvel Legend figure before. And I'm not sure how well that's showing up on camera, but right this little corner of that knee joint, you can basically see it. It looks like it's melted in some fashion into the upper shin area there. So that's kind of interesting, but it is not going to articulate in any way. It will break it or destroy it. So we'll have to, I don't know, we'll see what we can do on that. We do have a cut here, right there, kind of at the shin, right above the shin. And then with our ankles, we have your typical front to back and our normal Marvel Legends ankle rocker. So looks really good. We'll have to see how we can pose her without bending that knee at all. That's just odd. Let me know if you guys have ever seen anything like that. Comment down below. I'd be interested to know. That's not something I've ever ran into with a Marvel Legend. Let me bring in some additional figures for size comparison, and we'll wrap up this video. All right, guys, so for a little bit of size comparison here, we got probably the best Venom figure that's ever been put out in Marvel Legends, in my opinion, and then which is just a repaint of the Venom Build-A-Figure. And then we got our Spider-Man from the Retro line, as well as our newly released Black Cat from the Retro line. So you can just kind of see where they stand. She actually stands a little bit smaller than the Black Cat, which I think is perfect. That is a phenomenal scale. And then here, I will go ahead and set up this little guy so you guys can just kind of see where he stands as well. So yeah, she's perfectly scaled. I think she's gonna, you can see here how my Spider-Man shelf is really more comic based, and then she's kind of got this, you know, CGI'd movie cartoony style to her. But I really think she's going to fit in just fine. To me, she doesn't stand out here. You guys can let me know what you think. Will she fit in well on a comic book shelf for Spider-Man? If you guys enjoyed this video, hit that like button. Helps get the video out there for other people to be able to see. If you're not a subscriber, consider subscribing. We'd love to have you as part of the Man Cave Collectibles team. Always feel free to comment down below about anything. In particular, if you have anything to say about this figure, let me know. Hope you guys have a good rest of your day. Until next time.